Oh, probably because I had this on my calendar
Oh, okay.
and it's connected to that. So
Well, hopefully I'm recording now too. Is that
It
correct?
says you are.
Yes.
Okay. Yay. Yay. Okay. Um, oh, Roxandra's note taker is here instead of what am I doing here? Dude. All right. Roxandra, it looks like you're running this meeting today.
no.
Well, I no, it just says click allow recording. Okay. Anyway, this welcome everybody. And there may be more people that drop in. It's just 1 minute after. So I wanted to invite you here today to kind of explain some of the ins and outs of this invitation I've sent out. You know me, I get really excited when I talk about acuaromatherapy. And I wouldn't have created a card deck if I wasn't so excited about it, or a level one certification if I wasn't so excited about it. So I think you all know how excited I am about it.
Right.
Um, and I know that each one of you has a story about how you found AcuAroma, how you're using it, even if you're, using it with yourself. You've made some discoveries. If you're sharing it with others
Mhm.
as well, I'm sure they've made some discoveries too. And I think there's some really good stories to be told, at least from what I'm hearing on my end, and also what I'm seeing in my own studio every week with clients that I work with. I know more people are seeking out my services because somebody said, "Oh my gosh, I went and did this thing, and this is what happened." So, um, let's see. We have Nancy and Mimi, Roxandra, and Rose, who have all been part of the level one certification, and Cindy, who regularly comes to the learning circle. And I know Cindy had some big news this last week. And do you want to
Wow.
share it? Do you want to unmute and share your news? Because this was big. So Cindy and I have known each other a long time, and she's a cancer survivor, and I was part of her care team when she went through cancer. And then when she got done, she's like, "I'm not sure which direction I want to go. I'm an LMT. I'm a certified aromatherapist." I'm like, "Why don't you take my hospital business and run with that?" Because I was, doing cancer center work and doing blends and all this stuff. And she said, "Oh, that's perfect." And now, what? How many years later?
Oh gosh, let's see. That was in
Is that three?
21, 22.
Oh my gosh, four?
Yeah.
Wow. Okay. So tell them
Yeah.
what happened.
So I had my meeting with the Dr. Natalie Johnson, Director of Oncology with a Legacy Emmanuel Hospital here in Portland, and she was equally as excited to collaborate with me. I was introducing the aromatherapy products that are made for patients. And to get things started, we discussed inhalers and like the three main ones to deliver those to patients, bringing calm, pain relief, and nausea relief. So it's a great opportunity to grow and expand and and bring forward the with my personal experience, um, allowing me to just integrate the what I've learned and experience and share this with patients on the same journey. So this is
This is
awesome.
huge. This is huge. And
Yes.
then educating nurses and getting them to know the points and ways that they can help patients during their cancer journey as well. So
Yes.
this is huge and it's
Yes.
happening.
That is great.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. And Rose is a nurse, so she knows all about this kind of stuff too. Yes.
That's
Awesome.
so exciting, Cindy. Like my heart is smiling. And I just think like it's a
Um,
blessing because, oncology, there depending on where you try to introduce this, they're not so receptive. So it's so good to hear that they're receptive
Mhm.
and that they
Mhm.
want to help. And you're going to be,
Absolutely.
you're going to be paving a path for many. This is
Oh,
wonderful.
And,
thank
and
you.
and Cindy, don't you think they were open to that because you had this experience with two other cancer centers that you could come to them with?
Absolutely.
Yes.
Yes. Yeah, that definitely made a very much impact and positive impression that they see this already established, and bringing the research and case studies and testimonials and realizing that this has its place and is needed. So
Yeah.
it's really
Yeah.
extraordinary. And thanks to
Absolutely.
you.
No, you're doing the work. You're doing the work. But in that sense with what I'm talking about with this book opportunity is that we are all these trailblazers. We are all these individuals who are raising the vibration of the planet with this modality. And
Hmm.
whether we're working in cancer care or taking care of a spouse who, needs support, or whether we're sharing it in our community or with other aromatherapists or in a massage setting or something like that. This is all such important work, and the stories are here, and because the
Mm.
results are here. So, um, that's why I really wanted to talk about that. This is so close to my heart, and I know, like, um, Salvatore Battaglia talks about the word ikigai, and that's our purpose. It's a Japanese word for what is your purpose in life. And when I get up in the morning, I know what I
Hmm.
do with these oils and points is my purpose. Like,
Yeah.
Me
I
too.
am never bored. I'm always looking at new things and trying new things and listening to people tell me about what their results were. And so this is still just a growing, moving body of work. And I think every time somebody reads your story, it's it's going to touch something within them, and they're going to go, "Oh, I could try that too."
Yeah.
And I think that's the beautiful part about it, because when we have what we call these embodied experiences with oils on points, then we have our own story that we tell someone else, and how that touches them. We may never know, but we may also know right away where they're like, can I try that too? I want some.
You're right.
So I want it to be, like that. So that's why I created this opportunity. And I'm going to pop over to the page that I put the link in here and just kind of show you all what that. Oh, I have to go to that. Actually, let me stop that and click over to that first, and then come back here and share. Okay. So my wonderful person who helps me stay organized in my online life helped me create this page to kind of introduce people if you wanted to come and do this book authoring. So I will be putting together a book probably no later than the 4th of July. I'd love to have a launch party before the 4th of July, and share everyone's story. So anybody who participates in this, you'll be a co-author in this book. So you'll each have your own chapter in the book about what your experience has been with using essential oils or hydrosols or flower essences on acupoints. And that will be, I'm hoping to get between 20 and 25 people, because I think that would be a nice read. So this is going to be sort of like a big business card for you. At the end of each chapter, then you will have the opportunity to um, put down how people can contact you, what is the name of your business, those kinds of things. And have, if you have a website, that's great. If you just want them to go to your social media, that's fine too. Um, Sort of a little bit more of an expansion uh, in regards, like if you went through the level 1 program and you got listed on the practitioner directory, similar to that, only it'll have the story with it. And I'm going to go over to some of the specs on the stories themselves, because I know that's a lot of people have been asking that question, like, okay, so what's the nuts and bolts of this? It is a $97 buy-in for participating. So I don't know, last time I ordered business cards, I think I spent at least 50 on those. Um, when I co-authored a book, I was just coming out of my health coaching training, and a bunch of us health coaches uh, co-authored a book. It was called The Silver Lining Storybook. And it was a story about how we overcame something and how we ended up being in a health coaching business. And we had so much fun. I think there were 15 of us. We did a book launch in Toronto where the publisher lived. We did a little health fair. We had so much fun. And I'm still friends almost 10 years later with every single one of them. We touch base with each other every once in a while, update each other. And it was just a beautiful experience. I paid $2,000 for that experience. And so I'm like, no, I think it should be more attainable for people. This should be an easy in. You'll get 3 copies of the book that I'll send out to you when it's published. I'm also going to be doing interviews with each person so that we can have a video library of this, and you'll actually get a copy of that. So we'll kind of craft a script before we do the interview so that you can use this as a way to say, oh, this is what I do, and this is how I came to do this. And just have it be a real conversational, sort of like if we were doing a podcast together or something. Having it be in sort of this friendly, informative tone. And then you'll have that you can use for promos as well. And then it will live on my YouTube channel as well. The chapter submissions will be anywhere from 1,500 to 2,500 words, electronically typed in 12-point, double spaced. It makes it easier for us to edit those if we need to. And then I'm asking for submissions no later than the end of March. So you would have 3 months to get everything together. And I have some prompts that you'll be able to work off of too. So when you're describing your experiences, you can use initials, refrain from using real names. We want to protect the privacy of your clients or friends or family members. And if you're sharing a personal experience and you want to use your own name, that's fine for you to do that. And if you're a practitioner, at the end, you'll include your business website, that kind of thing. And okay. So I've created some prompts for this. And once you go to the landing page and sign up, we'll send you a consent form and the prompts that can get you started. So they're just, pretty standard, when and how did you first come across AcuAroma or the use of essential oils, hydrosols, or flower essences on acupoints. Kind of just tell that story about how did all this come about anyway? I always tell people when they ask me, I said, do you want the long version or do you want the short version? Because the long version starts with donkeys. And then they're like, what? Maybe I do want to hear the long version. And maybe I'll tell that story. I don't know. I'm still working on my own story, refining it all the time. And then maybe what were there any challenges or hurdles that brought you into this? Any obstacles that you encountered? when you were that brought you to this modality? Sometimes people just tell me like, "Hey, I'm at the end of my rope. I've tried everything else that Western medicine was offering me and didn't work. And now I don't know what to do. But I heard about this oil and point thing, and maybe that'll be something that helps." So, if there was a significant experience that you can share that made a noticeable impact for yourself or for a client that you were working with, and, how do these play a role in your daily life or in your practice? So there's like 10 different prompts that can kind of get you going. You can mix and match them if you'd like to help create it. And, at any time, if you get stuck or you need, a little more guidance, I'm always there to be able to help you um, troubleshoot that and keep you rolling forward. But that's pretty much just in a nutshell. Like, this is an opportunity for number one, you to share your story. Number two, to promote what you do. Um, Even if you're not even using this in a practice, like if you want somebody to come and be part of one of your communities that you've got going or something else that you have, this is a perfect way for them to sort of gateway into your world. And I know, like when I did the other co-authoring book, I know the one of the gals that was there, Cindy, was her name. She lives in Puerto Rico. She is a concert level pianist, but she's also deaf. Talk about overcoming disabilities and obstacles, right? She became a health coach. She's gone on to create a whole hair care line of natural products based on the work that she had done as a health coach. And she's been picked up by magazines in Puerto Rico and women's business entrepreneur groups. And she's just done amazing things. It has been so fun to watch her. And I remember when we were doing our book launch, and we took her out to a restaurant in Toronto called Signs, Signs. And every single one of the wait staff were deaf. So they had the menu in sign language. So you had to sign what you wanted for dinner. And if it hadn't been for that restaurant specifically helping deaf people, they wouldn't have had jobs in the food industry. And so, it just told me like when people have obstacles and then other people give them opportunities, what amazing things can happen. When we share our love of essential oils or hydrosols or flower essences on AcuPoints, we can open up a whole new world to other people that they may have never otherwise discovered. So I feel like this book and this collection of stories is going to help so many people open the door to a new experience. Um, and who knows, it could lead to a chain of AcuAroma stores. I don't know. You know what I'm saying? But that experience that many years ago, I guess it was 2016 maybe that we published that together. It was 9 years ago. And these stories about these other health coaches are still so fresh in my mind. So I can only imagine with the power of essential oils on top of that, how much more fresh it's going to stay in other people's minds. So, does anybody have any questions about what I'm putting together, or is it not clear on any level? Or do you know somebody else who might be interested too? Yeah, Cindy.
Yeah, Angela, I was just thinking this over. I'm all in on this. First of all, I'm so excited to to join you on this journey. This is an amazing opportunity. So thank you so much for pulling this in and bringing this together. This is absolutely wonderful. And I feel like my stories and experiences to share those is very very profound and will touch the hearts of many others. Um, the prompts that you showed there. So can we start working with that to help build our story and is that something in this?
Yep. As soon as you go to the portal and
Mm-hmm.
sign up, then there's an email that pops out with the prompts and the consent form.
Okay, great.
Yeah, that's how you get started. And
Awesome.
I have to get my story started too. So I'm right in I'm in the thick of it with all you guys.
Yeah, and this will be very new to me. I've never um, don't have any experience in publishing and writing, so this is going to be great way to expand and branch out.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
And just writing from your heart, like just take one of those prompts and write from your heart and it'll just start flowing. Yeah,
yeah,
it
yeah.
will. And I think we had several meetups when I was doing this other book where we would just kind of we would get together and talk about, okay, well, what, on this prompt, what did you think? Like, what did that initiate from you? Like a little. And so then people started telling little stories. And then somewhere there, someone would have an aha moment and go, that's it. That's what I really want to write about. And it was really interesting to see how, just the energy of different people together talking about it. And what we can do is when we start our little chat sessions, we can we can start with an oil and a point. And then we have the energy of the plant speaks, whispering in our ear about it too. Like, no, tell about me. No, I want to tell about my story. So it's kind of fun to think of it in that way as well.
Absolutely. That's
Of course,
awesome.
we
I'm
won't be
excited.
having any 9 p.m. Eastern time meetings, okay?
That's great. Thank you.
It's hard to get everybody together, but we will probably have a couple of different meeting times. But yeah, because I want your ideas to keep flowing. And again, every time you're with a client or every time you're doing an AcuAroma with, on your own, you're still building that library of experiences.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
I definitely want to share the one that I told you about right when my mom was passing. You remember that?
Oh my God, that is such a beautiful story. Such a
Yeah.
beautiful story. Yeah. That
Yeah.
deserves telling.
Yes.
No
Yeah.
spoil. We're not going to spoil it. We're
Nope.
gonna have to read the book. Oh, that's great. That's great. Well, Cindy, I feel like we've already worked together. We've already created because, I did the card deck and then you made the beautiful kit that goes with it. So we've already done some really cool collaborations together. So this will just be an extension of that. Yeah.
Absolutely. Yes.
Yeah. Yeah. So good. Anybody else have any other questions? Yeah, Nancy.
Curious about are you the person who will do the overview editing of the material? I mean,
No, I'm working with someone else for editing. Yeah.
great,
Yeah.
just curious because I do a lot. I mean, I'm not offering to edit, but I just have to say that in my circles, I'm the one that people say, I just wrote this, could you help? Because
Oh, yeah, yeah.
it so happens that at least my grammar is good.
Hmm.
And whether I know anything about good writing is, of course, an entirely separate situation, but at least they can submit something that makes sense and is grammatically correct. And I know that if we're going to write from our hearts, that's not where we start. when we write from the heart, we write what's really important. And
Mhm.
then shaping that is equally important. So that was really my question is I'm glad you have somebody who will help shape
Right.
not
And I'm
only the
encouraged.
pieces, but the whole collection.
Yeah, and I'm encouraging people when they do write, and we'll talk about this as we get more people signing up, that have, read it out, read it to a friend, have another person look at it. If you know somebody who, that works at the newspaper that would like to look at it for you, do as much of that refining before you submit it for the final. Yeah. And again, that's another way that you're sharing in your community. Like they're like, "Oh, I didn't know you do this. Oh, I didn't know that about you." And so you're again reaching out in that ripple is going out into your community, even as you share your story, to have it refined. So, yeah, yeah, and it's good practice for us to be able to share what we know to be true in our hearts. Yeah, yeah.
What is the planned date for the book to be published?
I'd like to have it out in July because I'm also working on another book with Lori Hargis. She and I are writing a book about AcuAroma using flower essences, hydrosols, and essential oils for perimenopause and menopause. So that's going to go to AIA this year. And so we've already got some fireside readings with that. So I've got to focus on two projects here. And I'd like to have this one out by July. And I'm also looking at some other alternative places to have the book, whether it's at Bookswares or I have another meeting with someone else about different platforms. I don't know. I'm trying to stay away from Amazon and all of that. So I'm weighing, exposure with, how can we do this um, in a different way? Because really, AcuAroma is doing things in a little different way in communion with the plant. So, Cindy, did you have an idea? I want to be in Barnes and Noble for sure.
I just unmuted myself. I tell me what you think of this. And if it's crazy and like, yeah, no, it's fine. What if we could like even put together book signings?
Yeah, I'm sure we will.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
cool.
If we get into Barnes and Noble and you're a co-author in the book, you can set up your own book signing at Barnes and Noble. And if I'm nearby, yeah, sure, I'll join you.
Cool. Awesome.
Yeah. So
Great.
it could be a lot of fun. We could do a lot of fun things around this. We could have virtual readings where people come and online, and then you read a little bit of yours, and we all get a chance to share with others online. So we could have some really fun stuff planned. Yeah, Mimi.
Are you going to be working with a publishing house or will this be an independent
This will
type
be an
of?
indie. Yeah, this will be independently published.
All right.
But I have some other people who have published independently. I mean, I've published independently. The aromatherapy for menopause success was independently published. That one is on Amazon, but looking at Ingram Sparks, Barnes and Noble, other places like that, as ways to do that. That I'm having a consultation with someone else next week or the week after about that. So I'm learning too because it's been 7 years since I no, 2019. Yeah, 6 years since I published. So things have changed in the publishing world a little bit. And so I'm doing a refresher on that. Yeah. Yeah.
Just want to say that if Mimi decides to go forward with this, she is an AIA board member.
Mhm.
So, along with Lori Hargis, as you well know. So that's
Mhm.
really great. Congratulations, Mimi, for that one.
Yeah, congrats.
And we have there's a conference coming up, which means she could bring the book with her.
Yes, yes. I'll be having a trade show booth at that conference. So Hendersonville, that's where it's going to be. Yeah. Yeah, I'll have a trade show booth there. And probably Lori and I will share it with our book and on the card deck. And so that should be fun. Yeah.
Wonderful.
Yeah. Okay. Anybody else? Rose, you're beaming. I'm hoping that that's a good sign and
It's
not that
good. It's
you're
good. I'm very excited. I don't have experience in book publishing, but in articles, as far
yeah.
as being in the critical care world and yeah, abstracts and stuff like that. So yeah, this is so exciting because this is my second passion in life. So
Nice.
I'm excited to participate.
And you know what I've known? I think over half of the people that did the co-authoring with me went on to publish solo. So this is sort of like this little opening into that world of, oh wow, I could really do this. I could do some more of this. I could write about this. So that's also the invitation to take this from this is the step into that publishing world so that then you can say, okay, I can do this. Yeah. And wherever we publish, we're really working hard. My virtual assistant just did a book launch for another client, so it's really fresh in her mind. And that book made it to the bestseller list in like 3 different categories within a month. So that was very successful. So it can be a really big deal. Yeah.
Angela, I have a question. You mentioned 25 people as co-authors.
Mhm.
What would be the minimum required for the book to get published?
Probably between 12 and 15.
Mhm.
Yeah. And
Right.
I think by the interest that I've seen so far, we're there.
Mhm.
Yeah. Yeah.
Good.
Several of the people that aren't here tonight were like, yeah, just give me the place where I'm supposed to sign up. You know. Yeah. So, yeah, once in the like by mid-January, I'll know if this is going to be a go or not. So, the sooner people sign up, the more I can get information out to them and start setting up a schedule of meeting times that we'll have that talk about, more in depth with the prompts and how you want to structure your story, and then just for you, just getting the writing done. We had a couple of sessions when I did the book where we just came together for like we were going to work and put the music on and everybody wrote for 15, 20 minutes and you could ask a question or whatever and everybody kept writing and then some people might have shared what they had written. And then we discussed it, as a group. That was fun. We just felt like we were in study hall together. Yeah. So we could call it that. I could schedule study halls. If you can pop in, great. You can come to study hall. Yeah, that's fun. So, well, I know I don't want to keep you East Coasters any later than your bedtime. So, I don't want to roll into 10 o'clock hour. But I want you to have something to take into your sweet dreams with lavender on me on here and dream about what's possible. Dream about what you want for 2026 and dream about what you want to share with the rest of the world. Yeah. Exciting?
Yeah.
Exciting. And I will send this recording out to everybody, but so those who weren't here can watch it and have that link too. All right. Okay. Any other closing thoughts anybody has or anything? Okay. All right. Okay. And then we have to pick a cover. like we picked the card deck cover. We gotta figure out what this is gonna look like and all that good stuff.
The menopause book's cover is beautiful. I just saw it on Amazon.
Oh yeah, yeah. I love this book.
Very
My
beautiful.
friends did the watercolor of Clary Sage here, and yeah, that was really
Gorgeous.
fun. Yeah. So yeah, who knows what Lori and I'll come up with. We do a lot of laughing in our meetings.
I bet.
Yeah, she's a character. All right, you guys, thank you for being here. And let's see what 2026 brings for aromatherapy and for you. All right.
Thank you so much. Happy holidays,
Happy
everyone.
holidays.
Thank
Thank
you.
you.
Happy
Thank
holidays.
you. Happy
Bye-bye.
holidays.
Bye. Hugs to everyone. Bye bye.
Yay.
Bye.